Good day. Once again, it's a harsh day here. But nonetheless, we have the strength of the Lord and there's the warmth of His presence within our hearts. We look forward now to the fourth Sunday in Ordinary Time, beginning with the prophet Jeremiah from his first chapter. The word of the Lord came to me, saying, Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I dedicated you. In other words, Jeremiah was known by God even before he was conceived in his mother's womb. God had something for him to do that was very, very important. The Hebrew people had veered off from the course that God wanted them to follow, the law. And instead they were doing other things. The purpose he had for Jeremiah, what he wanted the task he had for him to do was to confront God's people with their rejection of God's direction of them. And what happened in turn was the people were not accepting of that confrontation that Jeremiah, God really was offering them. Instead, they rejected Jeremiah forcefully. But Jeremiah, God says, I have made you a fortified city, a pillar of iron, a wall of brass against the whole land. They will fight against you, but not prevail over you, for I am with you to deliver you. There's something quite similar about Jeremiah's situation for Jesus. Jesus goes back to his own home synagogue, and they hear about the fact that Jesus has gone out, and he's telling people to come follow him in his religious way, instead of the old way that the Jewish people had been following, instead of following the law. They were amazed. And the word here, amazed, means as if you were put in a maze. When they heard him speak, they thought, this man is a nobody. He is a carpenter's son. Why is he disrupting everything? Why is all of a sudden does he think he can tell us what to do, especially about our own religion, our own faith? Jesus says in turn, no prophet is accepted in his own native place. This has happened before to Jeremiah and to other prophets. He tells them, no, wait a minute now. God's ways are his own ways. And just because you are the chosen people, don't think that whatever you do is right. Listen to God. He picks others. As he picked the widow in Zarephath, who was not a Jew, and aided her, as he cured Naaman the Syrian, who was not a Jew, God can go in other directions. And now, that's what God chooses to do in me, Jesus. Come follow me. But instead, they were ready to kill him. At this point, it didn't work. It was not his time. In the second reading, the epistle. It's a fascinating epistle that's often picked for weddings. It's just a wonderful epistle. It's all about the absolute supremacy of love, that it is the core value. And in the first section, he keeps saying, but if you do not have love, if I do not have love, I am nothing. No matter what other wonderful gifts I might have, I am nothing. What enables Jeremiah, the other prophets? What enables Jesus to continue against the opposition of the people? It's love. They are imbued with love. In the about halfway through this second reading, 1 Corinthians, there is the line that says, it, meaning love, bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never fails. Love never failed Jeremiah. He was like a wall of brass. Love never failed Jesus. He was able to endure right through his suffering and death on the cross. The greatest of everything is love. That's the point of the readings of this Sunday. The Lord wants us to mature spiritually by growing always in his love. And the first way to do that is to constantly appeal to the Lord. Love me, fill me with your love, that I may in turn be loving. God bless you, always and everywhere.